You've been very vocal about the role of the CIA throughout this process. What do people need to know about that?
Well, it was an incredible bombshell report that came out in September, and that some of the press have been ignoring completely. But it is, to my mind, probably the most important story of the year, which is that under the directorship of Mike Pompeo, who is preparing to run for president as a Republican candidate and is a dictator in waiting, under the directorship of Mike Pompeo, the CIA had plotted to assassinate Julian in London, and that the CIA had actually carried out a comprehensive attack on WikiLeaks. One aspect was ultimately to assassinate him. Another one was plans to kidnap him, and the kidnapping plans were well advanced. And a disinformation campaign of planting false information in the press. And that part of the campaign was carried out, culminating in the publication of a front page fabricated story about Paul Manafort allegedly having met Julian 3 times in the embassy. It was completely false, but the Guardian published it on the front page, and this was just one of so many publications of so many false stories that were published during this period when Mike Pompeo was director of the CIA, and well, up until Julian's arrest, I would say. And so Julian's arrest, his incarceration, and his extradition has been taken as a result of this CIA campaign, which triggered an indictment, according to this story. It wasn't that there was a legal process against Julian and the CIA was somehow involved in that. No, the CIA was out to crush WikiLeaks because of what it had published, because of its role in publishing true information about the CIA and about government and military corruption and war crimes. That the CIA wanted to kill Julian and to imprison him, and they've managed to imprison him, and Julian could spend the rest of his life in prison because of these elements within the US system that are enemies of free speech, enemies of a free press that wants to keep government accountable and that is able to keep government accountable. And the US is the foremost, the country with the strongest free speech and free press protections in the world. And if this case is allowed to go forward, then Julian will not be the only journalist in prison in the United States.